Hi there. Please go to the link in the description to see which product these reviews are about. All the reviews are read one after the other without pauses. Let's begin. In this review, I will first summarize the major points and focus the details afterward. This way you can stop reading when you get the level of details you need. The definitions of HEPA and CADR are placed at the end of this review. Please vote for this review if you like it. Smiley face, I appreciate it. Kimmer, another reviewer, has kindly uploaded a wonderful YouTube video to demonstrate the noise level. Title: Honeywell Envirocare 50250 Air Purifier. Since your computer speaker will affect the demonstrated noise level, make sure you gauge the noise to Kimmer's voice. Pros: powerful, inexpensive, permanent HEPA filter, easy to maintain, 360-degree air intake and output, portable, accessible replacement parts, good support from CAS, a 5-year limited warranty. Cons: noisy, high power consumption, not stylish. Previously I owned the Honeywell HFD 130 germicidal tower HEPA air purifier with permanent IFD filter, but due to its ozone emission and my respiratory problem, I returned it back to Home Depot. I got fully refunded and bought this Honeywell 50250 and on the same day and loved it. I have a mild allergy. I sneeze and experience itchy eyes when I am outdoor, but stop when I am at home, where my purifier is. I recommend 2 important points when shopping for a purifier. 1. Always examines the CADR number. It is a decent performance indicator. 2. Always buys an air purifier adequate for your need. A 100 SQ Fort purifier will not work for a 1000 SQ Fort living space. Honeywell 50250 is a true HEPA filter purifier with a 250 CADR, which translates into a recommended 375 square feet usage space. Currently, this purifier is being sold at $160. It has been quoted as the only purifier $200 that can clean air effectively by Consumer Reports, Consumer Search, Air Purifier America. For most HEPA purifiers, the filter replacement is the highest upkeeping cost and is $100 annually. 50250 and has a permanent lifetime HEPA filter which can save a lot of money. The purifier has an activated carbon pre-filter which protects the HEPA filter and absorbs traces level of volatile molecules, sources for odors. The pre-filter is recommended to be replaced every 3 months for optimal odor removal. If odor removal is not needed, then the pre-filter does not need to be replaced regularly. This purifier has a 360-degree air intake and air exhaust, making it effective at circulating air. The unit weighs in 20.1 pounds and all parts are large and sturdy. Replacement parts are relatively easy to find. I have seen them at my local Target, Home Depot, Walmart, and Sears from time to time. The unit vibrates slightly at its lowest fan speed and air pulses out of the unit. CAS Consumer Service was very helpful in explaining this. The small vibration is due to slow air buildup across HEPA filter. The vibration is considered as a normal feature and does not affect its performance. I did my own test to prove this, and you can too. Take your HEPA filter out of the unit and run it, and the purifier should stop wobbling. This proves the vibration is due to air buildup, not an imbalance fan. The unit has 2 major shortcomings. It is noisy at the highest fan speed, and noticeable at the lowest fan speed. For those who wonder if you can tolerate the noise, it is not a machine cranking noise. It is a high airflow sound. If you have any doubt, you can always buy this unit from a respected local store, so that you can return it easily. The purifier also has a high power consumption of 170/120/50 watts at the 3 fan speeds. This purifier is not stylish. Is Honeywell 50250 and the best purifier? Absolutely not. IQ air purifiers are considered the very best, but their cheapest model is $700 and many are above $1,000. Honeywell 50250 is one of the most effective purifiers in its price range, $200. In comparison, we will look at Whirlpool AP450 which is rated as number 1 by Consumer Reports, and Ionic Breeze Quadro which has a very large market. Whirlpool AP450 has a 330 CADR rating and costs $250. This yields a nice ratio of 1.3 CADR/$, which means you get 1.3 CADR capability for every dollar spent. Honeywell 50250 and has an even better ratio of 1.6 CADR/$. The 2 purifiers are also competitive in terms of the operation cost. AP450 is Energy Star certified using only 105 W, whereas 50250 has a permanent HEPA filter. In the case both purifiers run at full speed continuously, 24/7, and the electricity cost is 10 cents per kilowatt hour, average in USA, the annual electricity costs will be $92 and $150 for AP450 and 50250N, respectively. The AP450 saves an annual $60 in electricity, but costs an annual $90 for HEPA filter replacement. Of course, AP450 is more powerful, so when considering the cleaning power per annual cost, they are almost the same. On the other hand, Ionic Breeze is a disappointment. It has an estimated 10 to 20 CADR and it costs over $300, a ridiculous 0.03 to 0.07 CADR/dollar ratio. It was the worst purifier tested independently by Consumer Reports and Air Purifier America. Moreover, Ionic Breeze produces a high level of ozone, which Consumer Reports has issued health warnings. You can easily find the related news on the web. Honeywell 50250N has the lifetime HEPA filter, but Honeywell 50250 does not. I ordered my second Honeywell from Beach Camera through Amazon, but the one arrived is the 50250 version. I called and Beach Camera admitted it does not have 50250N. I finally got my refund, but it was a hassle. A spotlight review here claims Sharp Plasma Cluster FPN60CX is a better purifier. I disagree. FPN60CX has a 210 CADR and is sold at $350, less powerful and more expansive. The review justifies this expense by stating that the FPN60CX needs one carbon filter replacement in 5 years and consequently saves $200 in 5 years. This is a math error. The carbon filter replacement for Honeywell 50250N costs $200 in 5 years, but FPN60CX also needs replacement at the end of 5 years at $80. This is a $120 difference in 5 years. The 5 years replacement is also the best case scenario, as it may need to be replaced as early as in 2 years, which results in no cost advantage. According to its operation manual, available online, the FPN60CX carbon filter needs to be cleaned every 2 months using a 6 steps cleaning process. 1. Vacuum clean. 2. Soak in detergent mixture for 30 minutes. 3. Scrub with a toothbrush. 4. Rinse with clean water. 5. Remove excess water with a big towel for 1 to 2 days. 6. Hang up and air dry for another 1 to 2 days. In 1 year, this may result up to a month worth downtime. Let's summarize this. $120 saving for cleaning the carbon filter 30 times in 5 years. You save $4 for each cleaning. Since each cleaning can take an hour, this equates $4 per hour of labor. You cannot even pay an illegal immigrant to do this. I also want to reiterate that Honeywell 50250N has a permanent HEPA filter, which can be regenerated by vacuum cleaning. It takes 3 minutes to do and need to be done twice a year. Considering the typical HEPA replacement costs $100 annually, each filter cleaning saves $50. That is $50 for 3 minutes of your time, or $1,000 for an hour. This is a real saving. The plasma cluster feature is somewhat of a gimmick. Major hospitals, national, pharmaceutical and computer research labs use HEPA for air purification. One last point about vacuum cleaning the lifetime HEPA filter: a HEPA grade cleaner is recommended to regenerate the HEPA filter. Otherwise, the particles on the lifetime HEPA will be dispersed back into the air during vacuuming. If you are suffering from a serious allergy or asthma, then you should consider owning a HEPA vacuum cleaner to begin with. Alternatively, you can vacuum the filter outside of your home so the fine particles are dispersed outside, such as your patio. Yes, and if you are really funny, you can secretly do this at your ex-girlfriend's room. I am kidding. Definitions: HEPA, high efficiency particulate air, is a filter grade strictly defined by U.S. Department of Energy, in which the filter can remove 99.97% of airborne particles, that is 0.3 micrometer. The removal success rate is usually equal or higher for larger particles, and for slightly smaller particles, down to 0.01 micro, but performance drops drastically for much smaller particles. HEPA can effectively trap pollens, fine dust, and smoke particles, the major causes of allergy. HEPA-type and HEPA-like purifiers fall short of this requirement, and there is no strict guideline for their exact definitions. Historically, HEPA was a top-secret technology developed to filter radioactive aerosol, part of the Manhattan Project. HEPA is not designed to remove odors and volatile organic chemicals, since they are much smaller than the effective range of a HEPA filter. CADR, clean air delivery rate, is certified by the AHAM, Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers. CADR is expressed in units of cubic feet volume per minute. The suggested floor space is usually calculated based on a 8-foot ceiling and a 5 air change setting. For example, Honeywell 50250N produces 250 cubic feet of clean air per minute. Oregon 15000 cu foot per hour. Divides 15,000 cu Fort by a 8 feet ceiling and by a 5 air change equates to a recommended floor space of 375 square feet. A shortcut is to multiply the CADR number by 1.5, e.g. 250 CADR x 1.5 equals 375 square feet. Although the recommended floor space value is easier to relate to, there is no legal guideline for the calculation. NeoAir's most powerful purifier, NeoAir Plus, has a suggested 600 SQ Fort floor space, much larger than that of Honeywell 50250N. In reality, NeoAir Plus has a CADR 200, meaning it is a less powerful purifier. It turns out NeoAir uses a 2.5 air change per hour for the floor space calculation. Another company, Allen, uses a 2 air change per hour for their calculations. Consequently, it is more reliable to compare air purifiers based on their CADR values because it is a standardized definition. 5.0 out of 5 stars. Great for cigarette smoke, pollen, pet hair pollen, you name it. Let me start off by saying that I suffer from being allergic to cigarette smoke, and my husband and I live in an enclosed apartment complex. This is made worse by the fact that the front door doesn't seal up against the frame and smoke from the hallway leaks into our apartment with other odors and smells. Now let me add that my husband suffers from severe allergies and takes medicine daily for his condition. Did I mention that we have 2 cats and a pug? Life was miserable in our 2-bedroom 2-bath apartment, till this little puppy showed up. It's just like the picture describes it, like a barrel. The nice feature on it is the IntelliKek. This little feature tells you when to change the filters, and it's quite easy. The pre-filters just lay on the HEPA filter and are held in place by 2 pieces of Velcro. They do need to be changed about every 2 months though. This may be more than normal because of our pets. But since we got the first one for the living room, we added one more to the bedroom. Now you walk down our hallway gagging on the scent and odors, but as soon as you open our door you are greeted by the clean smelling air and the sound of the filter cleaning it. Okay, it is a little loud, but don't let that discourage you. Wait till you get it home and turn it on full blast. It is a little noisy, but when you go up to it, you can feel it sucking in the air from all around the unit. Then the freshly cleaned air gets pushed up through the top of the unit in a circle around the unit. It really does clean the square footage it claims to. Now I no longer complain about the smoke in our apartment, and my husband also enjoys less sinus and nasal pressure. We did our homework on this one and read all about the Honeywell 50250 before we decided to buy ours, and we're glad that we did. 5.0 out of 5 stars. I like it a lot, but there are some issues. Picked it up a few weeks ago from a Home Depot. I did end up paying probably $15 more for it than if I had bought it online. That is the way I wanted it, because if it didn't work well I could easily return it with no hassle and maybe pick up another one. So I have 90 days to check it out. I purchased it for my basement rec room that is 16x30 with an 8 ceiling. So I am looking at 480 SQ feet. I think the purifier is rated for 340 SQ feet. So I consider that close enough. I live in the Southwest where it is dusty all the time. I also have a 16-year-old cat that needs a good spanking. After 2 weeks of using the purifier I like it a lot. It filters the room fast and leaves you with a really clean smelling room. When I come down the stairs and turn the corner to the rec room you can smell and feel the difference right away. So up to now, 2 weeks, everything is great. Now for the issues. My purifier does indeed wobble at low and slyly at the mid-range settings. The purifier is sitting on carpet, so the amount of vibration that you see is extremely small. I think it may be more of a visual problem than a real mechanical problem. If it was sitting on a wood floor it might bug me, but if I liked it I would put it on a rug or get some felt or rubber pads to put under the feet. The way it is now for me is just fine. I also wonder if you could put a small piece of duct tape on one of the blades to try to offset the wobble. You can do this sort of thing with ceiling fans and it seems to work. Just a thought. The second issue is indeed the noise. I have read all the reviews and some people are saying that it isn't loud. To these people I say you need to go to an ear doctor, LOL. It is loud on the high setting, trust me. However, the way I look at the noise is, that's fine with me because I know it is really pushing the air through the filter and that's what I wanted in the first place. I think very few people could stand to listen to it on the high speed setting for more than a few hours. The medium speed is just barely acceptable and I could probably get used to it if I had to. The low speed, to me, is very acceptable. How you intend to use this purifier is a big factor in whether you should buy it or not. The way I use it is like this: I bought a $5 mechanical plug-in timer which has the ability to set 2 settings per day. I have the filter set to high and the timer is set to start at 11 AM to 2 PM, 3 hours on high, and then it shuts off and starts again at 3 AM to 6 AM, 3 hours on high. The rest of the day the filter is not running. We have no bad physical conditions where we need to run it 24/7, so the 6 hours that we run it keeps everything fresh. Unless you need it running 24 hours a day, there should be a schedule that you can come up with where the noise is really never an issue. This purifier is really cheap to operate when comparing to the more expensive makes and models, and especially if you never have to change the HEPA filter. My purifier says on box that you don't have to change it, but I will probably change it once a year or so. So, in conclusion, this Honeywell is a great purifier if you can work around the sound issue. I think the vibration issue is more a problem in your head than an actual mechanical problem. I do realize that my 2 weeks of operation is not a great test, but if anything goes haywire I will be sure to let you guys know. Also consider buying it somewhere where you can return it if you don't like it. Worth paying a few extra bucks, I would think. Hope this helps. Hi there. Please go to the link in the description to see which product these reviews are about. All the reviews are read one after the other without pauses. Let's begin. In this review, I will first summarize the major points and focus the details afterward. This way you can stop reading when you get the level of details you need. The definitions of HEPA and CADR are placed at the end of this review. Please vote for this review if you like it. Smiley face, I appreciate it. Kimmer, another reviewer, has kindly uploaded a wonderful YouTube video to demonstrate the noise level. Title: Honeywell EnviroCare 50250 Air Purifier. Since your computer speaker will affect the demonstrated noise level, make sure you gauge the noise to Kimmer's voice. Pros: powerful, inexpensive, permanent HEPA filter, easy to maintain, 360-degree air intake and output, portable, accessible replacement parts, good support from CAS, a 5-year limited warranty. Cons: noisy, high power consumption, not stylish. Previously I owned the Honeywell HFD 130 germicidal tower HEPA air purifier with permanent IFD filter, but due to its ozone emission and my respiratory problem, I returned it back to Home Depot. I got fully refunded and bought this Honeywell 50250N on the same day and loved it. I have a mild allergy. I sneeze and experience itchy eyes when I am outdoor, but stop when I am at home, where my purifier is. I recommend 2 important points when shopping for a purifier. 1. Always examines the CADR number. It is a decent performance indicator. 2.